Hey gang, this old sword here with another exciting blade review for you. This is a beast of a knife from Benchmade called the Bedlam 8600. And yeah, here you go, another serrated knife, right? It just happens to be the one that came my way. Somebody on a Facebook forum was selling it, and I liked it. It is a model that came after the manual model Bedlam. I believe that might have been the 860. They generally just add a 0 to their automatic knives. So this is an automatic axis. And if you know anything about Benchmade's auto axis locks, they're a little like the assisted axis locks. So axis being a manual, an assisted, and a full auto. This is the full auto. So the action, let's pull back a little. You pull back on your axis lock, you load the knife, and then pull back, and that is your release. Locks open pretty well. No wiggle, no jiggle. And we have a safety lock on top, which serves two functions. It'll keep the knife from closing, and it will keep the knife from, come on. Let's see, didn't engage it. This one's a little stiff. There you go. Yeah. That's forward. You got to push down and give it a good push forward. So now that's locked, and the blade will not release until we do that. A little unintuitive if you haven't handled the Benchmade variety of axis locks before, but we'll do some specs on it. It's a large knife. Give you a brief comparison here next to a Cold Steel 8015. It's been suggested I use some different knives for comparison, so there you go. The 8015, as you know, is a top locking bar style knife designed by Andrew Demko, I believe, if I have that name correctly. But you'll notice the Bedlam is a significantly longer knife. Check that out. Not that the 8015 is a long knife by any means, but it's a large knife. Heavy-duty knife. And so is the Bedlam. So we got a blade of 154 cm steel, not the newer CPM 154. This is an older knife. It has been discontinued, but you can get them for about $250 when they're available. That's a Blade HQ price. We have a very nice 3D machined black G10 on this. The frame sticks out, and we have a skull crusher / glass breaker. We've got a lanyard hole. We have a platform here for the clip, so it's reversible to the left side. This is a used knife, so we got a little bit of chipping here on the clip. One thing it was sad to see Benchmade do was move from kind of a blued clip, which had a little bit of an uneven tone to it, but stayed black longer, to this enameled clip that ends up chipping after just about a week of light wear. I've had that happen on many of these. So, you know, the option is to buy a titanium clip that's not coated, that maybe has a better coating on it if it is coated. I like the natural color titanium, so this might be a candidate for it. However, I live in a state where I can't really carry auto knives. I can possess them. They can be in my collection, but not really supposed to have them out on the street. Let's take some measurements. And there's my trusty magnet hanging on to my tape measure again. Back out once again. There we go. So the Bedlam is a longish 9 7/8 inches to the skull crushing pommel of the frame. We have a blade length that's 3 7/8. We have a cutting edge of also 3 7/8 because of the way this handle protrudes. We have equal blade length to the length of the blade, interestingly. Let's see what we've got for blade stock. It's not particularly thick. 3 millimeters. Yep, right on 3 millimeters. However, we have a hefty handle of 0.60 inches. And the weight is not light, I can tell you that. Just having it in hand. Oh yeah, 7.17 ounces. Because rather than a titanium frame, which Benchmade seldom uses, we have an all steel frame. And it is thick. It is, I don't know if I can get a measurement on the frame, probably not. But I would say the frame is close to the same thickness. It's probably 2.5 millimeters on the steel frame. And as far as I know, no lightning holes. Oh, there are. Son of a gun. Heavyweight with lightning holes. Oh, yeah. Yep. Got a few of them in there. Yep. 2 big ones on each side. And that's about it. So, heavy knife definitely fills the hand. And when you choke right up to the choil there, you still got a good 1.5 inches at least sticking out, which gives you a lot of pommel there. We have a Persian style blade, definitely, that has an up sweep to it, the point being higher than the handle significantly. Got a lot of jimping, so it's kind of designed as a working knife. Tactical, scary knife, right? Got jimping in here in the frame. Got a nice platform on the blade. Thumb's not going anywhere. You want to choke up more, you've got the top part of the blade ahead of the jimping. We have a false edge that I don't think it could be sharpened. And no, you don't want to sharpen that. If it's in your pocket, it's going to cut you. But I suppose somebody could sharpen it and put it in a belt pouch. A little bit of jimping down here in the finger choil area, and jimping on the back butt end. So if you were to get way back here, you could extend your reach significantly. It's a comfortable knife. The ergos aren't bad. I can feel the clip in my left hand. In the right, not bad. Not bad, not really a hot spot. So if you were a lefty and switched the clip to the left side, it would be in your palm and you wouldn't feel it too much. So let's look at this action a few more times. Snaps open with authority. You can use your index finger to open it. You can use your thumb to open it. You can pinch and use both. So opening is going to be pretty positive. Not an issue if you're under stress. And people that like auto knives do like the fact that, if you're hanging from a parachute line or on a cliff or wherever, need to cut something quick, defend yourself quickly, you can pop that blade open with authority and you can feel these axis locks sticking out on either side. Unlike some models of axis lock, come on, focus. These protrude quite a bit. I don't have another axis lock. Well, yes, I do. There is the Griptilian. So let's take a look. On camera. Okay. So you can see that the axis lock studs on the Griptilian do not protrude as much as on the large auto knife here. Bedlam. Bedlam, for some reason, is a difficult name for me to recall. Bedlam. It means you're causing a lot of fuss and a lot of havoc. It's a beautiful edge that came on it. Whoever had it put a mirror edge on it. So it is significantly sharp. Paper's just fussy. It requires technique. But there's a nice mirror edge on that. Obviously, that doesn't come that way from the factory, but with the right sharpening system, you can put that on there. The serrations are quite sharp, and as I've said in the past, serrations serve the purpose of cutting materials that normally a smooth edge, no matter how sharp, might slide off of. Here is the Rat 1 for comparison. Rat 1 is a sizable knife, but significantly smaller than the Bedlam. Yeah, I remembered it that time. Bedlam. Bedlam. Look at that. If we line them up butt to butt, we've got, we've got what? We've got about good inch longer, maybe inch and a quarter. If we go pivot to pivot, we've got at least 3/4 of an inch longer on that blade, and we've got a good inch hanging out on the butt side. Just a sizable knife. I mean, we're talking almost 10 inches. So that is the Benchmade Bedlam. No longer produced, but likely available. The 8600 BK, in this case, it is a BKS, I believe, for serrated. B meaning black. So it's a blacked out version. I'm not sure if they ever made a satin version or a non-coated version. But apparently the coating is, let's see. The coating, according to Blade HQ, because they know more about these than I do, by the way, the Rockwell on it is listed as 58 to 60. And flat grind. One would think it was hollow, but it isn't. It's flat ground. And what's the coating on this guy? BK1 coated stainless. Do not know what BK1 is. Perhaps you do. Okay, guys. Hope that was fun for you. A big knife, an unusual one. I don't do too many autos, but I do have them in the collection. And if you like this review, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And hope you enjoyed it. Be well. This old blade and this old sword signing out.